Namaskar, welcome to today's session. I'm Dr. Govindaraju Bhardwaj from School of Performing and Visual Arts, Indira Gandhi National Open University. Welcome to today's session. The session will follow in two segments. The segment one, we'll be discussing about the Diploma in Theatre Arts program which is being offered by School of Performing and Visual Arts, Indira Gandhi National Open University. And in the second half of the presentation, I'll be talking about the elements of theatre and drama. Coming back to the introduction of Diploma in Theatre Arts, just because now we are in a phase of admission phase, see admissions are going on, so on offer, we offer diploma programs, bachelor programs, master's programs, even PhD programs from School of Performing and Visual Art. And Diploma in Theatre Arts is one such program. It is being offered both the January and July sessions. So admissions are open. The interested candidates can go through our website and apply online. So I just wanted to give a very brief introduction about this Diploma in Theatre Arts program. Diploma in Theatre Arts program, we are offering it in ODL mode. The duration of this program is 1 year. The eligibility conditions are 10+2. Any person who has completed 10+2, he or she can join our program. I'll just go about the brief introduction of this program. The Diploma in Theatre Arts, this program offers both theoretical and as well as the practical aspects of theatre arts. So the main objectives of this program would be to provide theory and practical inputs of the theatre, to provide opportunities through hands-on practice to create theatrical performances, to provide skill-based knowledge in theatre and its allied subjects, to provide self and as well as the employment opportunities in the field of theatre and its related arts. Coming back to the program structure of this DTH, in short we call it as DTH, it is Diploma in Theatre Arts. On the extreme left side you can see the course codes. In between you have course titles. At the end, extreme right, we can find the credits. What are these credits? I'll explain in detail. The first course is DTH 001, which is a theoretical subject titled under Understanding of Drama, which is of 6 credits. And the second second course is BTHL2. This is a practical one, which is a theatre games. Again, it's a 6 credit program. And the third course is BTHL 003, acting practice, which includes acting exercises, body movement, voice and speech. Again, this one is a 6 credit program. BTHI 4 is a scene work, which is of 6 credits again. BTHI 005, classroom play production of 8 credits, total 32 credits program of 1 year. All the IGNOU programs, as you may be knowing, it will be designed in a credit system. 1 credit is equivalent to 30 study hours. It means that a learner who wants to complete one course, he or she needs to complete the designated credits. That's like understanding of drama, for example, 6 credits. They have to complete the 6 credits, 1 credit equivalent to 30 study hours. It means that in the designated hours of 6 credits, one can complete this program. One can understand the basic understanding about drama. Similarly, theatre games. If you want to learn theatre games, you need to spend 6 credits. 6 into 180 hours. If you can spend 180 hours, you can learn theatre games. Similar to acting practice, the hours are given again 180. and the scene work is also 180, and classroom production being a bigger topic than all these the other ones, so we made it as a 8-credit program. So coming back to the contents of the program, course 1, as I told you, the understanding of drama, it's a 6-credit program. In block 1 we have 4 units. Actually, in open and distance learning, you may be knowing that we will be preparing the study material for our entire program. Whether it is practical or theoretical, we will prepare the study material. The theory study material is different, and the practical study material, we call it as a practical manuals. And the SLM, in short, we call it as a SLM, in the sense ki self-learning material. In distance education, the teacher is at a distance, and the student is also at distance. So the study material is only the way to understand the subjects. So study material is provided. Each study material will be divided into blocks, whether it can be block 1, block 2, block 3. And again, each block will be divided into units. One unit will be containing at least 5,000 to 6,000 words. One unit is also maybe equivalent to 1 credit, so that in 30 hours, an average understanding of the study material, 1 unit, if you can spend 30 hours, you can understand the basic inputs of theatre and drama. Similar, we have the second unit called aspects of drama. And in third unit, we have different types of drama. We'll be discussing different types of drama, where you are having tragedy, comedy, satire, melodrama, and all those generic differences of drama we'll be understanding in the unit 3. When it comes to 4 unit, it is the development of 20th century drama. What all the developments happened in 20th century in the field of drama, you will be understanding in unit 4. So coming to the block 2, we have play Macbeth. As you may be knowing, the play Macbeth is very famous play written by Shakespeare. So we will be discussing it in unit 1, the backgrounds of the play, and there will be a discussion about the play, what exactly the backgrounds of the study of this one particular play. And unit 2 will be discussing the act 1 and 2, and unit 3 discussing the act 3, and unit 4 discussing the act 4 and 5. And when it comes to unit 5, the characterization and techniques which are being used in the play Macbeth by Shakespeare will be discussed in detail. So that is the block 2. We are talking about the play Macbeth written by Shakespeare. In block 2, we have in modern Indian play called Aadhe Adhure. It is also called as Halfway House, written by a famous Indian playwright, Mohan Rakesh. Mohan Rakesh is a well-known playwright in Indian theatre history. The unit 1 will be talking about Mohan Rakesh, what is his contribution, what is his time, and what are the works done by Mohan Rakesh, whether they are stories or the plays, will be discussed in unit 1. And when it comes to unit 2, we'll be discussing Halfway House, a reading, a basic reading, and a basic reading will be given in terms of Halfway House, how the theme is being discussed, how this halfway house is being knitted in different acts, and all that we'll be discussing in unit 2. When it comes to unit 3, middle class concerns in halfway house. See, if you observe the timing of this Aadhe Adhure play, just after the independence of independent India, this play has been written. So according to that context, if you see the play, what are the aspirations of the middle class at that time? What are their concerns? What are their ambitions? How they are thinking about the modern India at that time is being well depicted in Halfway House. So all those points, especially targeting the middle class concerns, this unit is being written. So we'll be discussing in that unit 3 the middle class concerns in Halfway House. So the unit 4 coming to the concerns of women and the society in the Halfway House. How the women and the society, and then there and then society at the time of independence. So how the women are looked upon, how the modern woman, Indian woman, is thinking about the modern India, and all the points were discussed in halfway house. So again in Unit 5, you can see the dramatic form in Mohan Rakesh halfway house. Aadhe Adhure mein, how the Mohan Rakesh has written about the dramatic context, dramatic incidents, how they are being netted in halfway house is being written, and they were well discussed in Unit 5. So that is the block 3 for us. And when it comes to the block 4, the last block of the this understanding of drama as a whole, we have put a case study of study guide to Ghasiram Kotwal. Again, Ghasiram Kotwal is a modern Indian play written by a very well-known playwright, Vijay Tendulkar. Vijay Tendulkar is a sensational Marathi playwright who is regarded as one of the modern architect of Indian playwriting. He was also into films, he was also into television, and especially from in the field of theatre, he is a very well-known playwright. He has written a play, Ghasiram Kotwal, is a well-known modern Indian play. In Unit 1, we just discussed about the Ghasiram Kotwal, what that play talks about, what is exactly it depicts. And Unit 3, we are talking about what is exactly the background and the plot of the play. Plot, as Aristotle said, plot is the spine of the play. What exactly the plot, how plot is netted in the play Ghasiram Kotwal, written by Vijay Tendulkar, is well discussed here. And then Unit 3, themes and characterization, how the themes which are being aimed to write this Ghasiram Kotwal and how they are being realized through using the different characterizations of the play, or the dramatic persona as we say, is realized. It will be discussed at a length in Unit 3. When it comes to Unit 4, the dramatic techniques, you see the dramatic techniques, whether it is like soliloquy or monologues or the different dramatic techniques used by Vijay Tendulkar are well discussed with reference to Ghasiram Kotwal. That is Unit 4. That is all for you for understanding of drama, the course 1 in Diploma in Theatre Arts. And we move to the course 2. Course 2, as I already told you, is Theatre Game, is a practical course of 6 credits. We have prepared a very detailed manual for theatre games. So there were a number of games, like 30 to 40 games were designed for the basic understanding of theatre games, why the theatre games are being played, to shut down this ice-breaking kind of games are designed. And there were some concentration games, there were some imagination games, and some group work games and all that. So the generic differences between theatre games were discussed, and each generic exercises in terms of games were given in the manual. You can refer this manual for variety of theatre games. One thing is that all the study material and the manuals will be sent to the learner at their doorstep. You will receive as well as your admission. Once your admission is confirmed, you will sure to get this study material at your doorstep. If some delay is there in the part of getting your study material, this study material you can refer to our website called EGNOU course website. EGNOU course website, you will be you can search there for Diploma in Theatre Arts. You can find entire study material starting from understanding drama to all those 5 courses which I have discussed in the program structure. You can go through the study material, you can read them, you can also download for your reference. And once comes back to the course structure, course 3. Course 3, as I told you, the acting practice. Acting practice, which includes the acting exercises of psychological aspects, physical aspects, and as well as the speech and voice and speech exercises we have given in 3 categories. We have tried to given that acting in imagination, concentration, relaxation and improvisation. In these 4 structures we try to give some acting exercises. And when it comes to movement, the body movement exercises, which are in terms of mime and movement, using the music and without using the music, a number of exercises were designed, and they were also there as a part of this manual. And in voice and speech, how the voice to be projected, how to control your breathe and all that. So we have created some exercises for you. This manual is of 6 credits. As I told you, please refer to the manual for different exercises of acting, movement, voice and speech in IGNOU course. If you can, if you are not able to get the study material in time, you can go to the IGNOU course, search for DCH material, you can find the acting manual. So, scene work. The next course is scene work. This is an integrated course. Integrated means, see, there are 3 varieties of courses. Like one is theory program, theory course. We will have only theory inputs of that particular subject domain. And second is the practical aspects of that subject domain, as you see, have seen the theatre games and acting exercises. And when it comes to integrated, it is both theory and as well as the practical inputs into that. That we call it as an integrated course, which is of again a 6 credit program in basic understanding of scene work. Unit 1, we are talking about the very basics of scene work, in the sense ki what is exactly a scene is called, and what are the different kinds of scenes, whether it is English scene, French scene, obligatory scene, or what you call open ending scene, close ending scene. There are a number of types of scenes which are being designed to understand the one particular item called scene. So all these terminologies and their definitions were well discussed in Unit 1. And then the next point was the scenes for practice. Scenes for practice, the different scenes we have provided in the form with a different generic plays for the student reference. At least we have provided 15 scenes from different plays to read and to practice. The student is expected at least 6 scenes to be selected from the different plays and done under the supervision of a teacher as a counselor. As you see, in open and distance learning, the transaction of teaching learning practices of practical courses and as well as the theory will be done by the academic counselors. Academic counselors appointed across the program study centers, they will be dealing the theoretical aspects and as well as the practical inputs of the program. Okay, that is the course 4 for you, that is scene work. And the course 5 is classroom play production of 8 credits. It is again integrated. Integrated in the sense that student is expected to read all the plays provided. In course 5, we have tried to give 2 manuals of play production, one each carrying of 5 plays. टोटल 10 प्लेस 10 नाटक हमने देने की कोशिश की है. यूनिट 1 में द वेरी बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ प्ले प्रोडक्शन, how the play production is being looked upon, what are the different stages of a play production starting from reading to the performance. In the sense that from page to stage, how the different stages are being carried out by the theatre directors or the play production team is well discussed under the Unit 1, which is called Basic Understanding of Play Production. Again, plays for practice, as I told you, different play scripts were provided from different genres for the practice. At least 15 we have given. And one important aspect of this play production is that we have tried to give these play texts both in Hindi and English languages. We have translated, if they are English plays, we have tried to translate in English, Hindi. If they are Hindi plays, we have also tried to translate them into English for the benefit of learners. So the plays are available both in Hindi and as well as English languages. In scene work also we tried, as I told you, we have given nearly 15 scenes. All the 15 scenes are available both in Hindi and as well as English language, so that the learner will read. If they are not having a very good acquaintance with Hindi. They can read. If they are not able to go for the Hindi text, they can read the English text and understand the scene or the play. So they can perform it either in Hindi or in English languages. So in this also, the learner are expected to read all the plays, in the sense ki 10 plays, and analyze them for creating a performance. How a play can be take a space in visually in a space under the direction of an academic counselor, and at least 2 plays, one in within a period of 6 months, because we are having 1 year duration. First 6 months में एक नाटक, दूसरे 6 महीने में एक नाटक करना है, ये हमारा expectation. With the supervision of a teacher or a counselor, it will be carried out. So that is the course for classroom play production of 8 credits. So study material, I was just discussing about the study material and its structure. It is different from the textbook. That is a major demarcation. If you can see, study material is a material written in such a way which is, if you read to yourself, you can understand the subject domain. The textbook, something is different. You need a teacher there. A teacher will be giving lectures, and as well as classroom lectures, online lectures, and all that. But this study material in such a user-friendly, student-centered study material is being prepared by IGNOU. So one can read the subject for themselves and they can understand. If at all the study material is having some issues of understanding, some types of concepts and all that, we will be providing the counseling sessions for theory also. For example, if you have a 6 credit theory program you need for counseling, we will provide 10% of counseling hours. In the sense that for a 6 credit program of 180 hours, we will be providing a 6 hours counseling sessions for the theory also. Whereas the practical courses are concerned, the IGNOU design is that all 100% counseling hours should be spent by the student. In the sense, for example, you have theatre games which is having 6 credit program, 180 hours. You need to spend all 180 hours with the counselor to understand the theatre games. Whereas for theory, you need to spend only 6 hours, where it is expected that the study material should be already being read perfectly by the learner. If at all there is some doubts, they can clear with the counselor. Okay. As I told you earlier also, the study material of our Diploma in Theatre Arts program, for that matter any program of IGNOU, you can check it, you can download it from eGnankosh. The URL is being provided. You can see on the screen, http egnankosh.ac.in. You click that, go to the programs. You can type your individual program, for example, Diploma in Theatre Arts, where you can find all those manual study materials. The study material is in this, the slide is showing that under printing, but it is already printed and all the study material is ready. And for registered learners, as I told you, you will get the study material your doorstep. If not, you can go through the eGnankosh, you can download it, read it, and make your reference points. Conducting of the practical sessions. Coming to the practical sessions, practicals are essential components of these programs. See, when it comes to theatre, visual art, and all that practical-oriented programs, without practicals, it is very difficult to complete the program. For successful completion of these programs, a participant is required to have at least minimum 75% attendance of for these practical sessions. The practical sessions will be conducted at their regional centers where you have program study center designated. आपको जो भी प्रोग्राम सेंटर दिया गया है उस प्रोग्राम स्टडी सेंटर में आप वीकेंड्स में जाएंगे, इन प्रैक्टिकल्स को अपने काउंसलर के साथ सीखेंगे. And before you are going to attempt the termed examinations, if at all, the percentage of attendance is needed in practical courses, at least it is 75%. अगर आपके पास 75% का attendance practical में नहीं है, तो it will be, however, it will be difficult for you to appear for termed examinations, especially the practical courses. In order to make up the deficiency of the attendance of the practical sessions, the students will be requested to pay the requisite fees as per the directions issued by the university from time to time. But I advise, please attend all the sessions given according to the structure which is given by your program study center or your regional study center. So evaluation, when it comes to evaluation, we follow 30-70 kind of a evaluation in continuous assessment and term end assessment. In two assessments will be done. Your continuous assessment will be 30% of weightage, whether it is practical or theory. But when it comes to the term end examination, you can find the 75% of weightage will be given at the term end examination. For example, the January session, people will be attempting their term end examinations in the month of December, and the July session, the students will be attempting their term end examinations in next June. So 1 year program. So theory programs, you have a written examination. The beauty of this program is you have only one theory program. You need to submit the assignments. Assignments will be uploaded in the IGNOU website. You can see the assignments IGNOU. Type that and you go to your respective program, download all the assignments, whether it is written assignments or practical assignments, how you are going to attempt, everything is clearly mentioned in that assignment, and within the due date you need to submit those things. And whereas term end examination is concerned, one practical term end examination, you need to go to the examination center. It will be a pen and paper examination, and all the other exams like theatre games, acting practice, scene work and classroom pre-productions are practical examination. You need to perform. You need to perform all those four, except the understanding drama is a written examination. So that is the evaluation part of this program. And points to be noted: in order to appear for the term end examination, you need to complete the assignments, whether it is practical courses, whether it is theory program courses. You need to first complete your assignments. That is the mandatory. If you are not completing your assignments, you may not be allowed to attempt the term end examination. That is the basic requisite which is needed in the open and distance learning system. So all the students make a point, whether they are theory assignments or the practical assignments, you need to complete those things in order to appear for the term end examination. Students are requested to give an undertaking to this effect. They are saying that, yes, I have submitted all my assignments, whether it is practical or theory programs. So general guidelines, as I told you, program duration is 1 year. Medium of instruction, basically it is English, but learners are allowed to write the assignments and as well as the term end examinations in Hindi also. Only 2 languages. You can either attempt it in English or Hindi. And qualification, as I told you, this is a 10+2. Fees nearly 7,700 rupees. The duration of the counseling session, as I told you, 10% of theory, that is 6 hours. And counseling for practical session, which is 100%. For total, all 4 programs, we need at least 780 hours to complete that. Assignment, as I already told you, it should be submitted on or before you are going to attempt for the term end examination. Theory examination is concerned, we have a division called Student Evaluation Division. They will be giving you the dates, and you can select your examination center nearby and go to that examination center on the date as per the schedule, and you will be writing those examination. In Diploma, you have only one theory program, that is Understanding of Drama. That is what exactly I would like to tell you. So term and practical examinations are concerned. The term and practical examinations will be conducted at a designated program study centers. You need to go to the examination center to appear for theatre games, acting practice, scene work, and as well as your this play production. In practical examinations, one thing is that along with your counselor, teacher, there will be another external examiner. Before that, internal and external examination is evaluated, and your practicals will be evaluated in terms of the scene work, acting practice, and as well as the play production. The marks will be allotted as per the weightage. That is the 30% weightage in your assignment and 70% weightage at the term end examination. These marks will be forwarded to Student Evaluation Division for the final result. Assessment award of the diploma, one should complete all 6 courses. That is a mandatory. See, all 6 courses you need to complete, all the 32 credits you need to complete to get a diploma in theatre arts. So that is the basic structure which I am talking about. Assignment I have already told you. Assignments will be uploaded in the website session wise. You need to check them and you go through the assignments, carefully read them, how you are expected to submit the assignments, what is the time frame and all that. It will be well written in the assignment part of that, and you need to complete the assignment before the term and examination. So that is all about, I would like to give a brief about that. Anybody interested in Diploma in Theatre Arts, they can visit our website for admissions.
Are you interested in television journalism or radio journalism or online journalism? Or do you want to learn with the flexibility of open learning? Or if you are a working professional, wants to enhance your knowledge and skill with certification in the field of electronic media, then School of Journalism and New Media Study IGNOU offers PG Diploma in Electronic Media for you. This program includes audio and audio-visual program production for radio, television and online platforms. Here are some important details about the program. We have total 8 courses of 32 credits, 6 theory courses, 1 practical and 1 project. Eligibility: bachelor's degree in any subject. Minimum duration 1 year, maximum 3 years. Medium is English, but students can write their examinations, assignments, practical and project in Hindi also. So if you are interested in television,
Namaskar, welcome to the second part of today's session. In this session, we will be talking about the elements of theatre and drama, which is a part of the understanding of drama, which I have explained in the structure of this DTH program. Understanding of drama basically talks about the theatre and drama and its nuances. So let us see what exactly the elements of drama is talking about. We have a very brief introduction today about theatre and the drama. What are the main, the main words generally used in terms of theatre and drama? We'll be talking about them. The main learning objectives of this session would be we'll be introducing the study of theatre arts, and as well as we'll try to learning very basic concepts of theatre, drama and play. See, the words like theatre, drama, play are regularly used in the terminology of theatre subject as a domain. And we are also talking about the elements of theatre and why theatre. This is a very important question. So why people will be doing theatre and why should we do theatre? That is one area we'll be talking about today. And main functions of theatre and drama. See, unless we talk about the very functional qualities of any art form, it is not fulfilled. What kind of a functions it is going to perform in the contemporary society, that is the most important thing for us it's survival also. So we'll be also talking about the functions of theatre and drama and what will be the value. What is the value of theatre and drama in other terms, whether it is a literature value or the sociological value or the psychological impact of theatre and drama, how the value can be judged. That we are going to discuss in today's presentation. In this lecture, we will try to understand the words drama and theatre and as well as the play and their context which these words are being used. See, these three words like theatre, drama and play are frequently used to refer the activity of the actors on stage. When you talk about the theatre, there are actors. When you talk about play, there are actors doing something on stage. And you are also talking about play production or a play. Again, it is the activity done by the actors on stage. So which includes the participation, active participation of the actors and as well as the audience. That is called theatre, drama and as well as the play. So let us see the basic differences, if at all they are there. In all those mean almost the same. Like you talk about theatre, you talk about drama, you talk about theatre. They are interchangeably used. But there are some contextual differences. When they are used, they may be differ. Okay. The word drama, it is basically derived from a Greek word called drawn. Drawn meaning to do something or to act. So Aristotle, the first greatest Western critic of drama, will be knowing about Aristotle, defined drama as an imitation of human action. Where does the drama comes from? It is not coming from any other part of the world. It is just coming from the society. It is the imitation of the human action. Whatever the human beings are doing, the activity of their actions is being done, whether it is good to the society, whether it is bad to the society, whether they are didactic, whether they are humorous, whether they are tragic, whatever the actions which are being performed by human beings in one particular society, the drama is the clear reflection of all those actions. That's why Aristotle said that drama is nothing but it is the imitation of the human action. This definition suggests that drama mainly depends upon the imitation of human action which consists of conflict. So there is now the another word coming, conflict. Drama. Drama के बाद एक और word हमें यहाँ में जुड़ रहा है, conflict. What exactly this conflict is? The conflict is between two persons. It can be a conflict between two persons. What will be the conflict? Like ideology. It can have ideological difference हो सकता है, the action difference हो सकता है, और ideas के बारे में difference हो सकता है. Thus the drama is usually applicable to a text that is selected for a performance. Drama and as well as a conflict which is being performed is known as theatre or a play. The word drama may be defined as the composition in prose and poetry. See, prose or verse, even in poetry also, musical plays are representing in a pantomime. Pantomime means without dialogues, with dialogues, story involving the conflict usually designed for the presentation of the play. The drama is invariably written to be performed. See, drama अगर कोई लिखा गया तो उसको स्टेज के ऊपर उसको परफॉर्म करना चाहिए, उसको प्रदर्शित करना चाहिए. इसी कारण के वजह से उसको लिखा जाता है. आप उसको एक लिटरेरी पीस की तरह पढ़ सकते हैं, मगर उसका अल्टीमेट एम यही होता है कि अंतिम उद्देश्य यही है कि वो स्टेज के ऊपर प्रदर्शित किया जाए. द वर्ड ड्रामा में बी डिफाइंड एज द कंपोजिशन. इन प्रोज पे भी हम कर सकते हैं, वर्स पे भी उसकी लिखित हो सकती है. प्रेजेंटेशन एज आई टोल्ड यू, पैंटोमाइम. पैंटोमाइम मीन्स विदाउट एनी वर्ड्स एंड विद डायलॉग्स. डायलॉग मीन्स द संभाषण, है ना, उसके साथ भी हम लिख सकते हैं. विदाउट एनी dialogues also they play. There can be a play with a conflict which can be performed in pantomime, basically designed for a performance or a presentation on stage. So it is most often applied to denote a dramatic literature period. जैसे we call it as a drama, Elizabethan period. Elizabethan time का जो period का drama होता है उसको हम एक tableau कर सकते हैं कि Elizabethan drama है. Indian drama which mainly talking about the plays written by India and performed in India. Modern drama द मॉडर्न टाइम्स में जो ड्रामा लिखा गया उसको बोलते हैं, या मिडीवल में लिखित ड्रामा को हम लिखित कर सकते हैं. इसका मतलब इट इज अप्लाइड टू ए टाइम पीरियड ऑल्सो. Dramatic literature of one particular period or a time period, it can also be called as a drama, which is be attaching like Elizabethan period drama, Greek drama, Egyptian drama, Indian drama, Marathi drama, Telugu drama. All these suffixes will be coming up to adding to the drama, denoting the importance of that particular period or even language. It is also prepossesses a theatre, actors and audience. As I told you already, actors को और कैरेक्टर्स और एज वेल एज द ऑडियंस को जोड़ते हुए भी हमें ड्रामा जैसे वर्ड को यूज करते हैं. When it comes to the word theater, the word theater is coming again from a Greek word called theatron. Greek word from theatron, which means a seeing place. A place where audience sit and see a performance is known as theater. एक एम्पी थिएटर है, एक कोई भी स्पेस है, कोई भी जगह है जहाँ पे ऑडियंस बैठी हुई है एक नाटक देखने के लिए, उस जगह को हम थिएटर कहते हैं. आज भी आप देखेंगे सिनेमा थिएटर कहा जाता है ना, वेयर देयर इज सम ऑपरेशन इज बीइंग डन, द स्पेस विच इज कॉल्ड Operation Theatre and all that. The theatre word is added to a space where there are people witnessing an event, whether it can be a play, whether it can be a film or anything. So it is applied variously to refer to outdoor stages where drama is first performed. In a Greek, there was open places, amphitheatre, spaces where the Greek theatre is performed. In Roman period also it was open. In late 19th century, the drama has come into closed doors. In some of the Roman period plays are also performed in indoor place. In course of time, however, it acquired several shades of meaning. ये थिएटर शब्द को बहुत सारे मीनिंग्स हमने क्रिएट करने की कोशिश की है, बट इट स्टिल रिमेन्स द बेसिक मीनिंग ऑफ द प्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ ए डायलॉग or a pantomime of action involving conflict between the characters. As I told you, what is conflict? The differences, the ideological differences, the action differences between two people, two societies, two groups of the people maybe, that is called conflict. The word theatre is used for three different things concerned with a dramatic presentation. As I told you, a space, a building or a part of a building or any outdoor area for the staging a dramatic presentations. एक जगह है, वहाँ पे आप ऑडिटोरियम है, उसे हम थिएटर कह सकते हैं. ड्रामेटिक वर्क्स कलेक्टिवली डन फॉर थिएटर ऑन पर्टिकुलर प्ले राइट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इप्सन थिएटर, कालिदासा थिएटर. इप्सन एंड कालिदास, यू नो दैट दे आर प्ले राइट्स. उनका काम के बारे में अगर हम बात करेंगे तो हम ये कह सकते हैं कि दिस इज इप्सन थिएटर एंड दिस इज कालिदासास थिएटर, दिस इज भाषा थिएटर. यू कैन ऐड द वर्ड थिएटर. द थिएटर वन पर्टिकुलर कंट्री और एरिया कैन ऑल्सो बी कॉल्ड एज theatre, like as I told you, Indian drama, Indian theatre, French theatre, American theatre, environment theatre. When we talk about different generic differences, also we can add the word called theatre, just like environment theatre or Brechtian theatre or image theatre. There are a number of forms, poor theatre. All that terminology, generic differences of theatres which are having one particular formulae to be performed before the audience can also be called as theatre. The word theatre may be added. The quality and the effectiveness of dramatic presentation as good theatre, bad theatre, dull theatre, null theatre, you can add the quality. If you're talking about the quality, if there are very good quality of the place, you can say this is a good quality of theatre. There is a dull theatre. This is a romantic theatre. This is a musical theatre. Total theatre. Total theatre where you have dance, drama and as well as music. If you add these three terms, you can call it as a total theatre. See, total concept in the sense ki quality and effectiveness and as well as the generic difference can also be added to the word called theatre. So, now, what are the basic elements of theatre that we will be discussing? The first and foremost important is what is being performed. What is being performed? When you see a theatrical performance, what exactly you are going to see? A story, maybe, an idea, or even an event can be performed, and the performance and the audience. See, these are the three basic elements of theatre which we will be talking about. Exactly these three are very much important. There are many other elements which will enhance the performance, just like lighting, stage design, makeup, theatre music, and all that. The technological aspects of theatre which will be adding beauty, the visual beauty to the performance. But basically you need one performer and one performance, of course, where it is going to happen, a space. You need a space and as well as an audience. You have a performer, you have a space, play is being performed, but if there is no audience, you cannot call it as a theatre. You can just call it as only a practice. Somebody is rehearsing a play that can also have performers, play and space, but still it is not a theatre unless there are people watching those performances. The most basic definitions of theatre is coming up from Eric Bentley, someone performing something for someone else. In a formula, you can see A performs B for C. This is what Eric Bentley say. This is what happens in a theatrical performance. And let us understand who is A and B and C. And what is being performed, as I told you, an idea or story. It can be unwritten form, scenario, or a plan can be performed. It can be a written script or a non-written script. Script is there, text is there. If text is not there, it can be an idea and an improvised or induced kind of a performance can happen. So A performs B for C. Let us see who is this A. A is an actor. He can be he or she. There is no generic difference in this. Then what is B? B is the character is portrayed by A. Actor actually slowly becoming a character in the performance. एक नाटक में अभिनेता एक पात्र बन के एक रोल क्रिएट करने के लिए स्टेज के ऊपर जाता है. A is an actor becoming B character. Finally, what is C? ये कैरेक्टर किस लिए बन रहे हैं? ऑडियंस के सामने जाने के लिए. C is nothing but the audience. So actor becoming character for the sake of C, that is all happening in the theatrical performance. A performs or impersonates B while C looks on. In other words, an actor pretends to be another person. A becomes another person. A is also a person, but he or she will be becoming different person. That is called, generally call it as a different character before the audience. The basic difference of theater is someone performing something for someone else. Okay. So A is an actor and B is a character portrayed by A. C is nothing but the audience. So what is the importance of audience here? Peter Brook, an American director, said the only thing that all forms of theater have in common is the need for an audience. See, theater में एक बहुत ही important element ये है कि उसमें audience चाहिए, देखने वाले चाहिए. Need of an audience. So without the audience, the event of theater is incomplete. As I told you, without audience, it will be only practice of that one particular play, rehearsing in a space. It cannot be called as a theater. Okay? The audience, audience, the complete audience, the very existence of audience in a play production, it completes the communication gap between the performance and as well as the audience. It basically happens in three-way interaction. First, it can happen with performers to audience to the performers and audience to the audience. अगर एक नाटक होता है तो एक अभिनेता अभिनय कर रहा है, वो अभिनय जाता है ऑडियंस की तरफ, दैट इज वन कम्युनिकेशन. एंड उसका जो प्रतिक्रिया होता है, वेदर इट इज गुड परफॉर्मेंस और बैड परफॉर्मेंस, द फीडबैक इज गिवन फ्रॉम द ऑडियंस टू द परफॉर्मेंस. दैट इज द सेकेंड लेवल ऑफ द communication, that is second level of interaction. And the third interaction can be happen between audience and audience. देखने वाले अपने आप में बात करते हैं परफॉर्मेंस के बारे में, that will be third level of the performance. So the very existence of the audience in a play production will be done in three-way interaction for the benefit, for the feedback of the play which is being performed. So why theatre? This is the another important question, where it comes the functionality of the theatre also. Though some people argue that the study and practice of theatre is only done for their own pleasure. For my pleasure, मेरे आनंद के लिए मैं नाटक में काम कर रहा हूँ, इसीलिए इसका मेन उद्देश्य यह है कि एंटरटेनमेंट एस्पेक्ट है. We participate in a play, theatre production to entertain the people. Before going to the audience, we will try to entertain them. But now, this is not only the entertainment aspect, the cultural heritage is also there, where in any play you will be showing the history, art and that particular space के बारे में हम human experience के बारे में बात करते हैं, तो ये cultural heritage है. The नाटक और theatrical production will also try to include the cultural aspects of that one particular society. When you say Indian theatre or Indian drama, if you perform any Indian play, it is also showing the very cultural heritage and continuity of the culture of Indians in the form of play. इंडिया का जो कल्चर है, इंडिया का जो महत्व है, वो भी इस नाटक के द्वारा आप उसको प्रदर्शित करते हैं. तो अनलाइक सम हिस्टोरियंस, साइंटिस्ट एंड अदर स्कॉलर्स अपील टू द माइंड एंड इंटेलेक्ट, दे विल अपील टू द माइंड, दे अपील टू द इंटेलेक्ट. आर्टिस्ट क्या करता है? आर्टिस्ट सच एज थिएटर पीपल अपील टू द सेंसेस. They arouse the emotions, They will be playing with your emotion. They are not playing with your mind or intellect. They will be playing with your emotions. Whatever the emotions which are there in minds of the audience, that will be aroused by theatrical production. If you see the great Aristotle, what he said, purgation of emotions. The theater is mainly for the purgation of emotion. आपका emotion को शुद्ध करने में नाटक एक मुख्य पात्र को निभाता है. तो when you talk about the other function of theater is like this, talk about the liberal education. Theater is one place where you can question anything under the sun and discuss the pros and cons of a question. You can question anything, like you can question the existing system, how this is, why these things are happening in the society, what is the main causes for that, what is the concerns of the society, what could be the possible answers for these questions. This can also be depicted in a play. There is nothing that does not come under the scrutiny of the theatre. You can discuss any point, like you can also discuss about the COVID, you can also discuss about the policies of the different statement and all that, how they are affecting. You can discuss the war, and you can discuss the problems of the students, problems of the different employees, and problems of the state itself, how they are going to be dealt, that can also, all things can be shown in form of a theatre. So the relevance of use of war, man and woman relationships, the atrocities of the rulers, the uselessness of power, and many others who have become the models of the great play, which are still are popular. So it is didactic in nature. Didactic matlab something we are going to teach to the society. It is the major concept of the liberal education. Didactic nature of the performance is the main aim of the theatre in terms of liberal education we talk about. So if you are doing theatre, you are also propagating the liberal education system of that one particular contemporary society which demands such kind of a deliberations of thought. So in some other important functions are like, as fine art, it evokes the finer sensibility of the human beings. In the beginning of the session, we are talking about the Aristotle. He said that it is the human action. The theatre imitates, drama imitates the human axis. Human action कैसे होनी चाहिए, how sensible it has to be, because if it is not sensible, you cannot show it to the public time and again. See, if something happened, very drastic kind of an emotion is being depicted or done in the society, you cannot show that in theatre. It will hurt some of the feelings of the one particular society. So the sensibility of the human beings, the sensibility, human being का sensibility इतना होना चाहिए कि हम उसको fine arts की तरह, या कोई painting हो, music हो, theatre में हो, उसको दिखाने के लिए, this should be the ideal sensibility of the human behavior. What is the ideal sensibility of the human behavior? It should be like that. So those things will be shown in your films, your theatre, your drama, and through your music, painting, on even your literature will show that. So that is one of the main functions will be done by the theatre. It offers an enlightenment of entertainment. I already told you, it is basically starts with an entertainment. It will go to edutainment. There is a new word called edutainment. You are also trying to educate and also entertain the people. We use a word called edutainment. Perhaps this is the simplest reason still that today theatre is being performed. है ना, ये लुप्त होने की कला नहीं है, हर बार बार इसको प्रदर्शित किया जा रहा है, इसीलिए कि इसकी ज़रूरत आज भी सोसाइटी में है. It offers a safe ground for social get together. It is also like, gathering place where people will meet while the performances are being on. So they will also interact, they will also discuss the major points which are being discussed in terms of the play. By imitating the human nature, it makes aware the nobility of the human beings as well as their depravity, thereby projecting all phases and types of experiences. As we are also discussing the sensibility of human beings, what should be the objectives? What should be the objectives of the human beings in a very sensible society or in a cordial society which is being depicted? It will be well discussed in terms of its performances, and although we are talking about the different experiences of the people in terms of the performances, it can also be discussed. So this is the main functional value of the theatre or even drama. The value of drama, value of theatre. Finally, what is the value of theatre? In other words, what is the functional value of the society, functional value of this art form in the society? Theatre acts as a civilizing force by understanding the society and different aspects through role playing and observation. So here the theatre dictates the society. अगर आपको अच्छा ह्यूमन बीइंग बनना है तो आप किस कैरेक्टराइजेशन के द्वारा इन चीज़ों को लर्न करना है. If you want to be a good human being, how you are supposed to be, that will be role played by different roles through the play. That is the more important force which is acting as a civilized force by doing theatre. Theatre is a cultural expression. As I told you, theatre, अगर हम नाटक देखेंगे तो हम उस प्रदेश का कल्चर हम जान सकेंगे. It is the cultural expression of that particular society where it perpetuates, it develops, it innovates, and it is being performed. Understanding of the various cultures through their theatrical performances help us to understand the cultural nuances of that particular society or the people, or the various conflicts between those peoples and those society. So it will have the value. So अगर आप हिंदी नाटक देखेंगे या फिर मराठी या तमिल, तो you will be able to know what exactly the basic understanding of that particular society, how they think, what are the problems are being discussed there in their society. It will be well discussed. That is the main value of that particular theatre. So surmise today's lecture, I would like to tell you we try to understand the basic words theatre and drama, where theatre is a place where the people will sit and observe somebody is going to perform. When drama is something to be done, drama, it is drawn from the word Greek drama, drawn to do something, to act. The act means to react also. You are reacting to something is also called drama. What happens in a theatrical performances, we have already told you that A becoming B, actor becoming a character for the sake of audience, that is C. So what are the major dimensions of theatre? Major dimensions of a character, different functions. We have already told theatre works as a liberal pose, theatre works as a civilizing force, and it is also promoting the liberal education in the society. It also serving the purpose of didactic nature by dictating the terms to the society, how the human value, what is the sensibility of the human being, how the human being should be sensible. We are talking in terms of their expression and as well as the changing the very lifestyle of the people. All these things are properly discussed in theatre. It is also questions. Sometimes it is giving the conclusions, not only giving conclusions, it is also questions the very nature of the society. This is what happening in the contemporary society. As a sensible human beings, what we should do. That is the most important thing which theatre or drama is going to propagate. Finally, we are talking about the value of the theatre, how the value is being created by doing theatre. You are also validating the very culture of the theatre. You are also giving some kind of a suggestions to the contemporary society, how the society should behave to certain issues which are being discussed. So human nature में जो भी चीज़ हो रही है सोसाइटी में, उन सारे विधाओं को थिएटर या ड्रामा डिस्कस करता है. एक सेंसिबल ह्यूमन बीइंग कैसा रहना चाहिए, एक हेल्दी सोसाइटी को कैसे बिल्डअप करना चाहिए, ये पूरा आपको लिटरेचर के द्वारा नाटक में लिखित जाता है. वही चीज़ें जब प्रदर्शित भी किया जाता है उसका ज़्यादा महत्व होता है. दिस इज ऑल टॉकिंग अबाउट द very basic introduction to theatre and drama. I hope we understood the basic elements which are talking about theatre, drama, and what is the importance of theatre in the contemporary society. We are also try to understand through this lecture. And finally, we will be coming up with some other important aspects of drama, like different types of dramas, which we talking about in the subject called understanding of drama, with the other major important similar to the different aspects of drama and the different developments in 20th century drama. We'll be taking up in some other coming up sessions. Thank you.
Do you wish to be part of a television studio like this, or any other media system, or already part of any media system, want to enhance a new set of skills? Welcome to School of Journalism and New Media Studies. Here in the School of Journalism and New Media Studies, we are offering program for all set of people to learn and enhance their media skills. The vision of School of Journalism and New Media Studies is to generate a new set of professionals in the area of media and communication studies with understanding about role of media in the national development and global understanding. We offer innovative programs in the field of journalism and mass communication that sets the benchmark of high quality learning and teaching process at the national level. We offer these programs across the country with the help of our regional network as well as study center. Same manner, many of our programs are offered through online mode with a sophisticated learning management system. SOGNMS offers programs from PhD in journalism and mass communication till certificate level. We have masters in journalism and mass communication. The eligibility is bachelor's degree, and we are introducing this program in 3 languages: Hindi, Tamil and English. Students from national and international students can join either through online mode as well as in the distance mode. We have 4 postgraduate diploma programs, specialized areas in the field of development communication, digital media, electronic media and journalism and mass communication program. And all these 4 programs are available in distance mode. 2 programs are available in online mode, development communication and digital media. And we have specialized certificate program in community radio. IGNOU employs various media and communication tools for better teaching and learning process. School of Journalism and New Media Studies utilizes this media system for delivering all our programs. Come and join with us for exploring a new career and enhance your media skills.
Hello learners, welcome to this session on Certificate in Fashion Design program. I, Dr. Divya Ojha, Academic Associate from School of Vocational Education and Training IGNOU, welcomes you all. Today we have with us Professor A.K. Gaba, Program Coordinator of Certificate in Fashion Design. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
So learners, today we will be discussing the details of the Program Certificate in Fashion Design, that is CFDE. We will discuss the details, what all information is about the program, that is Certificate in Fashion Design, as the admission for the January 2024 cycle is on, and the listeners and the viewers who might be interested in the field of fashion design and want to make careers in this particular field of fashion design, this session will be helpful for you to if they want to get the technical knowledge about the program or want to make a career. This will be very helpful for you. So in this session we will discuss the details of the program Certificate in Fashion Design. So before discussing about the program, as we know that this particular fashion industry is one of the industry in the present scenario which is growing very fast, and it also generates like a very job opportunity, number of job opportunities. Also it gives a good career opportunity to become self-dependent and become an entrepreneur. So it has very large or wide scope in the field of to make a career. So the main objective of this particular introduction to fashion design program, that is Certificate in Fashion Design program, is to discuss the basic details and about the course structure, what is the syllabus and what topics you have to study in this particular program. So fashion design, as we already discussed, it is a very income generating field and it has very much demand in the present scenario. And the student who opt for this program, that is Certificate in Fashion Design, they will get a good knowledge about the fashion industry, about the basic details of the fashion designing, about the swing and pattern making techniques, and they can enhance their skill and creativity. What they already have, they think they are good in the choice of the color combinations, they have good pattern into stitching. They will get the technical knowledge and enhance their creativity. So with all that objective, this program has been designed and developed. So now it comes the point that after if you join this program, what you will develop, what quality, what skills you will be developing after joining this program. So the main learning outcome of this program, that is Certificate in Fashion Design CFDE, is that you will be able to develop a good skill, a basic knowledge about the and understanding of the fundamentals of fashion design. You will be developing the knowledge and understandings of pattern making and sewing techniques. That is very important if you want to work in the field of fashion design. And you will be understanding the fashion industry, which is globally and also the Indian perspective. And lastly, you will be developing a good communication and entrepreneurial qualities or the skills. So with all these learning outcomes, this program Certificate in Fashion Design has been designed and developed. So this program, it is of a 16 credit. So we will discuss in detail in further slide. Now I request sir to please discuss or inform the learners what is the minimum eligibility, in which medium this particular program is offered, and what is the duration of this program.
Thank you, Dr. Divya. You have already briefed about the importance of this Certificate in Fashion Design program, and I welcome all the viewers who are viewing this program. And you may be already registered learner or you are planning to register for this particular program. As Dr. Divya briefed about the importance of fashion education program in the context of employability, स्कूल ऑफ वोकेशनल एजुकेशन ट्रेनिंग इंदिरा गांधी राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विश्वविद्यालय की तरफ से काफ़ी स्किल बेस्ड प्रोग्राम ऑलरेडी ऑफर किए जा रहे हैं, एंड दिस इज CFD प्रोग्राम इज वन ऑफ द प्रोग्राम विच हैव बीन बेस्ड ऑन स्किल बेस्ड. She said कि already we have two learning outcome. First is we have a fundamental of fashion design. Yes, we are discussing in details on what is the fundamental of fashion design. Then she discussed about the skills, basic core skill, employability skill, that is pattern making and swing. And she also briefed about the course of learning outcome, that is introduction to fashion industry. Whatever skill programs we are going to register, you must know as a learner what is about industry scenario and what is employability perspective, and then communication entrepreneurship skills. The question Dr. Divya raised is for you in the context of the learners, those who are planning to register for this particular program, and minimum questions they asked regarding the minimum eligibility. This is 10 plus 2. We require senior secondary 10 plus 2 qualification for registration this particular program. At present, this program is being offered in English medium, and we are also having some courses which is being offered as like BFDI 073 course, which is Introduction to Fashion Industry in Hindi medium. And we are already, you see, School of Vocational Education Training and programs and IGNOU programs charging very minimum fee, keeping in mind the context of the learners' interest and affordability. So we are charging ₹5,000, and then we are also having this particular course durations, that is 6 months minimum and maximum 2 years. So many queries raised by the learners regarding what is the minimum and maximum durations program of that, because you see this is 6 month when you register January session, you have to appear the exam in June in the first 6 months. And after that, you have, suppose you are not able to complete your assignments or practical or term and examination, any course. So you have an option to complete this course within 2 years' time. So your last examination will be December 25. At present, if you register in January. Now, the question is that if you are going to study, what if rupees 5,000 is we are charging, what will provide you? You will be providing detailed study materials and detailed support services, and all live sessions like here, and you are also having opportunity to interact with the industry whenever, as and when respective regional centers, our study centers organize placement cell and all that. So these are the our brief introductions of this program, and eligibility and medium and fee, and then you have a durations of the program.
So this is the basic detail on which student can identify or that they can join the program. So in the earlier I said that it is a 16 credit program. So now from the student perspective, they might be having a question, what is a credit and what is credit system?
Yes, it's a very important question from the learner perspective. If you see, some students said already ki I have cleared the all exams and all courses, still I am not having the pass certificate from university. And let me brief here. What is credit system? We have 1 credit equal to 30 hours study, which we are expecting ki students will be studying by own, and the study material which we are providing to you. You can get the study material through online or soft materials or hard copies. So you have to spend 30 hours of study, and we calculated like this 6 hours study per day in 5 days, 30 hours, or 5 hours per day, 6 days, as like conventional system. No difference between regular classes and or our distance learning system. But the point is here, the credit system, when you complete one course, then we can say 4 credits. And 4 courses is 16 credits. So 16 credits we are providing to you, and that will help you to understand the academic efforts. One has to be successfully complete these particular programs. Suppose you are not able to complete in this first June examinations some courses, so your credit system will be accumulated. Your credit will be credit your accounts, and after completion of the 16 credits, you will be awarded your certificate in fashion design programs. So after completion of the program, you have also 2 components. First is theory, then practical, then assignments. So each course has different components. For instance, we will discuss in detail our discussions here also. One course is purely theoretical based, and second course is purely on practical base. So within theoretical framework and within practical component, we have assignment system. What is assignment system? Student said ki I appear the exam, but I am not able to get my certificate, and it is showing my grade marks and showing ki I have not qualified. Because you have not submitted your assignments, maybe the reason. You have not submitted your practical, whatever examination required, and then your activities not submitted, maybe the reasons. So a lot of queries are there, but our program guide, if you see, that program guide is there in our IGNOU web page, that is egyancourse.ac.in. Before registration here, and students are planning to register, we have briefed about the fees and teaching learning process will be discussed. The major point is, the first step is you have to download the program guide that is available online, and hard copy also available for respective regional centers. So download the program guide. The step is the how to proceed for these particular programs. So credit system we explained there also, where what we are expecting from you as a learner to complete this particular course. When you complete their theoretical part, their assignment parts, or their practical component or assignments, put together, we are giving the grade that is called our mark system. Yes. And each course have different criteria. We will discuss in detail. That is grade based system. In addition to that, let me also highlight within the grade system, we are providing the student support services. We have a 3-tier system, that is headquarters, and regional center, and study center. Our regional centers across the country already helping the students. Not only this program, all the programs, but our all regional centers support. This program is given special attentions. Our all regional centers and staff are helping each students, where you can get the study materials or assignment and counseling schedule, or from headquarters, from School of Vocational Education Training also, we are providing direct support service to the learners. How? We are getting these emails, and through emails, when you are filling the registration forms, you have to correct your email very nicely, because if you are giving wrong email address, you will not get any communication from either regional centers or study centers or headquarters. So as a learners, when you register for this particular course, you have to provide correct mobile numbers and correct your our email address, and you will be getting all support services there. In addition to that, if we see, we have a different blended learning approaches for the instructional systems. What are the instructional systems? We are providing all live sessions like here. We are also providing face-to-face at study center and regional center classes. And in addition to that, we have also our web-based academic support system. If you have registered already, if not, you go through our IGNOU web page and select the icon VS, and then you will see the details of the programs. Then assignments, practical, and we are here through that system we are talking about, that is Gyandarshan, and FM radio programs and MOOC courses also. So we are giving blended basket of learning where learners are comfortable for these particular programs. And Indira Gandhi Rashtriya Mukti Vishwavidyalaya last couple years, 4 or 5 years, have given special strength to learner support service system, and where learners are getting with the support of our regional center staff for all the support services under these particular programs.
Yes. So in the instructional system, you said about that is the self-learning material. So student might have question, what is this self-learning material?
Yeah, I think that's a very important questions. Before that, let me explain here the our self-learning materials scenario, yes. Because how it is different from the textbooks. Yeah. Here students when register, they are expecting classes, sir, yes. Classes कब होगा. So ये रेगुलर सिस्टम नहीं है, डिस्टेंस लर्निंग सिस्टम से. एंड जो हमारा सेल्फ लर्निंग मटेरियल जो डेवलप किया है विद द हेल्प ऑफ द एक्सपर्ट इन द फैशन इंडस्ट्री एंड फैशन डिजाइन इंडस्ट्री एज वेल एज द एकेडमिया, एंड दिस करिकुलम हैज बीन डिजाइन्ड, एंड देन विद द हेल्प ऑफ द नेशनल एक्सपर्ट we also tested it with the international experts as well, and we received that curriculum syllabus finalized, self-learning material developed by the expert, our course writers. These study materials, what we are discussing, written as if teacher is with you. And in the face-to-face classes, and teachers come in the classroom and giving lectures and discussions and solving your queries. Here, within self-learning materials, you will find invisible teacher with you. Where are you? Where at home, or you may be outside of country, or traveling, or office, or you may be housewife. You register this particular program, and very interestingly, our students, even doctors, engineers, they also register for these particular programs. We are getting their feedback. They said material is that written like this, a teacher is talking to us. सो दैट क्वालिटी ऑफ द इंदिरा गांधी राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विश्वविद्यालय जो स्टडी मटेरियल्स है, उससे आपको टीचर्स की जो आइसोलेशन है वो नजर नहीं आएगा, वो लगेगा कि टीचर आपके साथ बात कर रहे हैं। तो ये सेल्फ लर्निंग मटेरियल्स जैसे हम क्लास में बताते हैं कि आपने कल क्या पढ़ा है, इसी तरह से स्टडी मटेरियल्स में भी ये सब चीजें एक्सप्लेन की गई हैं। हम सेल्फ चेक एक्सरसाइज के थ्रू आपके लर्निंग इफेक्टिवनेस को जो है उसकी मेजरमेंट के बारे में जानते हैं कि आपको ये सिलेबस या पेजेस जो कॉन्सेप्ट फ्रेम किया है, जो डिस्कस किया है इस यूनिट में, आपको समझ में आया कि नहीं आया। तो आपने कहा ये क्रेडिट सिस्टम के साथ सेल्फ लर्निंग मटेरियल्स कैसे है। सो सेल्फ लर्निंग मटेरियल्स जो है एक कोर्स के 4 क्रेडिट्स हैं, तो 1 ब्लॉक जो है वो इक्वल टू 1 क्रेडिट्स के एवरेज हम इसको मेजर करते हैं। अब उस ब्लॉक के अंदर हमने असाइनमेंट सेल्फ टेक एक्सरसाइज की बात की है, प्रैक्टिकल एक्टिविटीज भी दी हैं जिसमें स्टूडेंट्स को इलस्ट्रेशन के थ्रू पढ़ाया जा रहा है और आप लर्निंग बाय डूइंग जो प्रैक्टिसेस हैं उस एक्टिविटीज के साथ किए जा रही हैं, और वो जो सेल्फ लर्निंग मटेरियल्स में पढ़ाया जाता है उसके बेस पे ही असाइनमेंट और आपकी जो टर्म एंड एग्जामिनेशन हैं उसी के बारे में हम क्वेश्चंस और इवैल्यूएशन की बात करते हैं। ये सेल्फ लर्निंग मटेरियल्स है। दूसरा पॉइंट ये है कि सेल्फ इंस्ट्रक्शन मटेरियल्स की बात जो करें तो ये एक अपने हिसाब से पढ़ना होता है, कहीं भी ये नहीं कि आप जैसे क्लासरूम टीचिंग में फिक्स है कि आपको बच्चे को आना है और क्लास लगनी है, टीचर वहां पे है। ये आप ट्रैवलिंग कर रहे हैं जैसे हमने कहा, या आप घर में काम कर रही हैं और आप हाउसवाइफ हैं, आपके पास टाइम है तो आप 2 घंटे जब आपके पास फ्री हैं तभी पढ़ सकते। टीचर इज विद यू ऑलवेज हियर इन दिस स्टडी मटेरियल्स। आई सेड अर्लियर कि टीचर आपके साथ सारे वहां आपके साथ है कि आप उस स्टडी मटेरियल्स को ध्यान से पढ़ें तो आपको इंस्ट्रक्शन ऐसी दी जा रही हैं जैसे टीचर आपसे बात कर रहा है। सो दूसरा एडवांटेज क्या है कि पेस आपका अपना है, अपनी एनी प्लेस एनी पेस, कि आपने प्लेस तो आप ढूंढ लिया घर में या ट्रैवलिंग करते हो या ऑफिस में टाइम मिला, लंच के टाइम किया। एक डॉक्टर्स बता रही हैं कि जैसे वो फ्री होती हैं तो 1 घंटे में हम हॉस्पिटल में बैठ के इसको पढ़ रही हैं। सो ये जो स्टडी मटेरियल्स की जो बात की गई है वो सब चीज़ें आपके पेस और टाइम जो अवेलेबिलिटी कन्वीनियंस फ्लेक्सिबल अप्रोच है वो इस स्टडी मटेरियल के थ्रू हम आप तक पहुंच रहे हैं। इस कोर्स को बनाने में डॉक्टर दिव्या जो हमारे साथ यहाँ स्टूडियो में है उन्होंने भी काफ़ी इन चीज़ों को डिजाइनिंग पैटर्न मेकिंग के साथ इलस्ट्रेशंस के साथ आपको पढ़ाने की कोशिश की है, और इनके लेक्चर्स जो इंस्ट्रक्शन सिस्टम की बात की है वो ऑडियो वीडियो और यूट्यूब के थ्रू और लाइव सेशन में भी आपको मिलेंगे, जहां से आप डाउनलोड करके ये जो स्किल्स हैं सेल्फ लर्निंग मटेरियल के थ्रू कैसे पढ़ाया जा रहा है। काफ़ी डिबेट होता है, एक्सपर्ट्स ये कहते हैं कि हार्डकोर स्किल्स जो है वो डिस्टेंस लर्निंग से नहीं पढ़ाई जा सकती, लेकिन ये जो हमारे इंदिरा गांधी राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विश्वविद्यालय के जो अप्रोच है to reach every learners where they are, providing support services through academic support like self-learning materials, counseling sessions, and in addition to that, the practical component by blending learning approaches. These are the basic things which we discuss in this particular course, and we expect learner will achieve on that.
Also, that if they have the study material in the hard copy, soft copy is also available on the eGyan course. So they can easily download that soft copy from eGyan course, and while traveling or if they are working professional, they can read or they can study that in their mobile or laptop also. That is very convenient.
Yes, in addition to that, we have a IGNOU e-content app.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
And our own laptop or web support services. So that is a very important part is there. Suppose student जो अभी सोच रहे हैं कि इसमें एडमिशन लेना है, आप रीजनल सेंटर में कॉन्टेक्ट कर सकते हैं या इग्नो वेब पेज में जाकर रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं, और आपको देखना है सिलेबस क्या है। आप पहले ही ज्ञान कोर्स की साइट में जाके इग्नो वेब पेज में क्लिक करिए और यू कैन डाउनलोड आवर प्रोग्राम गाइड एंड सिलेबस। यू विल गेट फ्री स्टडी मटेरियल्स, गो थ्रू एंड देन register this particular programs. I'm sure you will definitely enjoy this particular programs while reading, and not only as a professional. And lot of feedback we have, most of the students join in addition to job of different multidisciplinary approach. They also come because they said ki we want to learn this pattern making skills, as they also appreciated our faculty here through online recorded lecture they have downloaded from YouTube, and they discuss about the details of particular this fashion design.
Yes. So, sir, from the student perspective, 2 important questions that we already get from the student, that is practical and assignment part or the component is important, or they have to compulsory do it?
Yes, very important questions. And let me explain briefly this first before coming to practical. We have this particular 4 courses here. And this you see on screen, we have 4 courses. And 4 courses have different practical or theory and component and evaluation mechanism. That is, first course is Fundamentals of Fashion Design. Here we are giving practical component. You see, weightage, continuous assessment and practical component, term examinations. And course 2 also have more focus on practical component. And it all third and fourth we are giving. Third course we are giving integrated skill and practical component, and fourth is theoretical based study, communication, entrepreneurship skill. Now question is, basically let me highlight first question on Introduction to Fashion Industry BFD 073, because this course is being also offered under our degree program skill enhancement courses. And if you are already student of our bachelor degree program from the university, or you are planning to register for this particular program in degree programs, and you have planning to register in BSc program or BSc program, you have an option of skill enhancement course, and skill enhancement courses under that this option is given BFDI 073 Introduction to Fashion Industry. Under this course we have been given this practical component that is integrated with the assignments. There is no hardcore skills and practical required, but in comparison to our previous 2 slides, that is our particular course, that is BFD 071 and BFD 072, there we require skills, where it can be held at regional center and study center, hands-on practices. And most of the cases, and our all past experience also, we are giving this training and practical classes through online mode, Google Meet. So where cameras on and students were asked to join these practical sessions and practical classes live demonstrated. On the basis of that, the practical classes, we evaluate laterally on the basis of special session by student ranking and all that. We select our norms and students evaluated, we have been awarded. So practical part is very important for the all courses, and we required separate pass criteria. As I show the table here, we require different passing criteria in each component. Course 1 and course 2, we require 50% 3 component, that is assignments, practical and term examinations. Course 1 and course 2. And course 3 and course 4, we require 50% marks on 2 components, that is assignments and term examinations. These are our evaluation mechanism. I am sure the query which you raised regarding the learner perspective, the practical component and how it has been conducted and how it has been evaluated, we covered. Still, if any students think how we calculate this and attend the classes of if we missed, we recorded these lectures and we uploaded on YouTube, and we also sent after the class online mail of recording to each learner.
Yes. So it is very clear that there are 3 components in every courses, that is practical, assignment and term and examination, and every student have to clear all the component, all the 3 component, like in course 1, that is BFDI 071 and BFDI 072. Practical, term and assignment is there that they have to complete. And course 3 and 4, they have to complete only 2 component, that is assignment and term and examination. So let me brief about the course structure, like what all courses are there that you have to study in this particular 6-month certificate in fashion design program. So there are total 4 courses that it is of 16 credit. So each course is of 4 credits. So course 1 is BFDI 071, Fundamentals of Fashion Design. So in which you will be studying different aspects of the historical part of the fashion industry or the history of the fashion design. You will be studying about the elements and principles of design and about the computer-aided design. Then course 2 is BFDI 072, Basics of Pattern Making and Sewing. Course 3 is BFDI 073, Introduction to Fashion Industry. That is, we already discussed that it is available in both the mediums, Hindi and English. And the last course is BFD 074, Communication and Entrepreneurship. So these 4 courses you have to study to complete your certificate in fashion design program.
I think you have already pointed out the very, very important perspective of the employability perspective. And questions also been raised under these 4 courses. where we get the employability. Learners have a lot of options for getting the employability as a fashion designer, pattern maker,
Yes.
freelancers.
Yes.
Industry is looking a lot of employability opportunity. At present, statistics shows
Yes.
30 million people required in the fashion industry across the globe. That is
Yes.
just information for you. Yeah.
Yes. So, learners, we have discussed all the basic detail of this particular program, Certificate in Fashion Design. So, if you feel any further query, you can write us mail on cfde@ignou.ac.in. We will be very happy to answer all your queries. Thank you so much.
Socially relevant and need-based PG Diploma program like PG Diploma in Sustainability Science, PG Diploma in Environment and Occupational Health, PG Diploma in Folklore and Culture Studies, and PG Diploma in Migration and Diaspora Studies. The school also offers PG Certificate in Climate Change and Avshist Prabandhan mein Praman Patra. The school also offers 2 doctoral programs, PhD in Environmental Science and PhD in Interdisciplinary and Transdisciplinary Studies. The school offers various innovative technologies and multimedia for providing a very excellent student support system. The study
Hello learners, I am Professor Munish Kumar Bhardwaj from School of Engineering and Technology, and today we will discuss about the scaffolding safety. In this, we will cover the definition and types of scaffolds, then what are the issues with the health and safety of scaffolding, then what are the different IS codes which are relevant to the scaffolding safety. These we will discuss in this lecture. So let us discuss first the scaffolding. As you see here, there is a mash of different vertical and horizontal members made up of steel basically. This is scaffolding, and this scaffolding is also called by the names of scaffold or staging. So when you visit a construction site, you might have seen a mass around the building made up of horizontal and vertical members on which workers climb up to work at higher levels of the building. These individual members are fastened and tied securely to each other to erect the scaffolding. This mesh is referred as scaffolding. Let us see what is the proper definition of scaffolding. Scaffolding can be defined as a temporary structure used in building construction made up of platforms at intervals which are used to access higher levels of a building. These platforms are used as work surfaces, means where the worker work, or for storing materials or for climbing up basically to reach at higher heights. Scaffolds are used not just during the construction of building, they are also used during maintenance as well as demolition process of a building. Once the construction is over, the scaffolds are dismantled. They are removed from that site. Just look at this figure. Here you see different members or the components of a scaffold. As you see here, at the bottom, you see the base plate. This is the plate which rests on the ground. Then there are vertical members and horizontal members. These vertical members are called standard or uprights. These members. Then horizontal members, these are called ledger. These horizontal members. Then there are put log or bearer. These are the members which provide support to the scaffold and that rest on a wall basically. Then there is a platform where the workers stand and work basically. This is scaffold platform. And this platform is made up of the planks basically, wooden planks. Then there is a toe board which is for the safety of the workers. And there is a guardrail. At the top, there is this horizontal member is called as the guardrail, which is for the safety of the workers. It checks or helps them from any accident due to falling basically. Means the workers do not fall because of this guardrail. It provides safety to them. Then there are cross members also. Basically, you see the one cross member, another cross member. This is another cross member. This is also another cross member. These are longitudinal diagonal brace basically connected to the uprights. These are connected to uprights, vertical members. Here as you see it is tied here, it is tied here. So that way these are the cross members or the braces basically. So these are some of the components of a scaffold. Now if you look closely, then you will see that this is adjustable base plate at bottom basically. This is adjustable, means you can adjust it, lower or raise. Then base collar is there here. Then standard or upright that I told you earlier. These are the vertical members. Then ledger, this is a support ledger basically. Then number 5, you see the O ledger. O ledger means that shape is O shape basically, means closed shape. These are the different components that you see here. If you look at the exploded view of that adjustable base plate, this is the adjustable base plate. So by moving this screw, you can raise or down this adjustable base plate. Then some of the other members are, as you see here, these which is numbered as 6, basically the horizontal members, these are the guardrails basically. Then number 7, these are end rails which are on the this left side of this scaffold basically. Then number 8 is diagonal brace. This is the diagonal brace as I shown you earlier. Then toe board, number 10 is the toe board basically. This is the toe board which helps or safeguards the workers there. Then number 11 is anchors or anchoring. This is provided here. So let us see what are these different components basically. Standard or upright, as I told you, it is a vertical or a near vertical member used in the construction of a scaffold for transmitting the load to the foundation. Then ledger. Ledger is a horizontal member which ties the standard at right angles and which may support putlogs and the transoms. Then another member is putlog or bearer. A scaffold member spanning from ledger to ledger or from ledger to standard to a building and upon which the platform rests. So they are providing support to the platform. Then transom. Transom is a member spanning across ledgers or standards to tie a scaffold transversely, and which may also support a working platform. Then braces. These are the diagonal members, as I told you earlier. A member fixed diagonally across two or more members in a scaffold to provide stability to the scaffold. Then bracing. Bracing is a system of braces or ties that prevent distortion of a scaffold. Then guardrails. A horizontal rail secured to uprights and erected along the exposed edges of scaffold to prevent workmen from falling. So it restricts the fall of the workers basically, or provides safeguard against falling from the scaffold. Then toe board. Toe board is a barrier placed along the edge of the scaffold platform and secured there to guard against the falling of material and the equipment, because workers carry the equipments and the material also. So this toe board safeguard against the falling of that material and the equipment. Then raker. Raker is an inclined member fixed to a scaffold to ensure its stability of scaffold. Then tie. Tie is a member used to tie a scaffold for a structure to prevent horizontal movement of the scaffold, so that there is no horizontal movement in the scaffold. Then let us come to the types of scaffold. Different type of scaffolds are there, like independent or double pole scaffold, then connected or single pole scaffold, then tower scaffolds, then outrigger or cantilever scaffold, then suspended scaffold, then mobile scaffold. These are the different type of scaffolds. Let us see one by one what are these. Independent or double pole scaffold, as the name suggests, these scaffolds are stand-alone structures anchored to the ground using its own mechanism. Let us see. This is the independent scaffold basically, where you see that two poles here, one pole this side, one pole this side, like this, one pole this side, one pole this side. So that way it is a independent scaffold. It means it does not need any support for its stability. So it may be tied to the building or structure but does not take its support. That is why it is called as the independent scaffold. This kind of scaffolding consists of a framework of tubular members in horizontal and vertical directions connected to each other using the coupling members. So coupling members are used to connect these members, horizontal and the vertical members basically. You see here the independent or the double fold scaffold. So because it does not need any support for its stability, that is why it is called as the independent scaffold. The vertical members are called uprights, as I told you earlier also, or standards, and they are secured to the ground. The horizontal tubes are secured to these uprights and run in two directions, one 90 degree to the building and one running parallel to the face of the building. As you can see here, there are two, these are two type of horizontal members. This is perpendicular to the building basically, and they are parallel to the building or the parallel to the wall basically. So these are the two type of horizontal members. The ones running parallel to the face of the building are called ledgers, and the one which run 90 degrees to the building are called transoms. So here you can see these which are running 90 degree to the wall or the building, these are transoms, and the members which are running parallel to the building or the wall, this basically, these are called ledgers. These are ledgers. Standard or uprights are the vertical members. The platform of the scaffolding rests on these horizontal members, that is ledgers and the transoms. So these ledger and transom support the platform basically. Then next is connected or single pole or put log scaffold. These are the three names basically. Connected because they need to be connected to the wall or the structure for their stability. Single pole because they require only single pole on one side basically. Other side it is connected to the wall or the structure. Put log scaffold because it contains the put logs which goes into the wall basically to take the support for the scaffold, for the stability of the scaffold. So single pole or put log scaffolds are also called bricklayers scaffold. Another name to this is bricklayers scaffold. In this type of scaffold, the weight rests partially on the uprights and partially on the building under construction, which is typically a bricklaying stage. That is why it is called as a bricklayers scaffold, because at the bricklaying stage basically these are used. So to get support, put logs are provided in this. If you see this type of this is these put logs are going into the wall basically to get support, to give the stability to the this scaffold. Single pole means on one side this is the one pole, on this side another pole. These are the single pole. Other side there is no pole. Other side the support is obtained by providing these put logs into the wall basically. So this is the single pole scaffold or put log scaffold. So while doing the brickwork, what we do, we leave the holes basically, and in these holes the transoms are inserted. So the holes are left in the brickwork and transoms inserted into these gaps or the put logs, and the other side rest on the uprights. As they rest on the building under construction, instead of freestanding on the ground, they are quite stable and resistant to wind force. Because wind force is providing a horizontal force or lateral force basically, so it tries to unstable our scaffold. But here, since the put logs are there, which are inserted into the gaps which are left in the wall basically, so there they are more stable, they get stability or support from that wall. So that is why it is more safe or more stable in case of any wind force basically. Now, as there is only single row of uprights used, they are called a single pole scaffold, as I told you earlier also. The advantage of this scaffold is that lesser number of members are used in the scaffold, because only one side that uprights or vertical members are there. So other side there is no vertical member or upright is there. So lesser number of members are required for making this scaffold. The single row of uprights are now secured to the ground in isolation one by one. Instead of a pair of uprights are supported by a single timber base called the sole board. So here the single base, timber base is provided for, which is called as the sole board. The gap between the uprights is not more than 2 meters and they are set at a distance of 1.3 meter from the wall. So just look at that. If you see that the distance from the wall is 1.3 meter and the gap between the uprights is not more than 2 meter. The transoms are connected on the inside of the uprights at a height of not more than 2 meters from the ground level or lesser as per the work demand. The put logs and the transom together carry the weight of the scaffold. The placement of the put logs also follows certain thumb rules and is dependent on the thickness of the board or the platform placed on them. For a 38 mm thick board, the put logs are placed at 1.5 meter center to center from each other. This is a guideline basically, or you can say thumb rule. the portion of the putlocks which are placed inside the gaps in the brickwork are usually flattened and are inserted by at least 75 mm. Means they should go into the wall at least 75 mm, and the portion which goes into the wall, that is not round basically, this is flattened to provide more stability. There may be a chance of these putlocks getting displaced from the gaps in brick during the course of construction. In order to avoid this, bracing is provided at an angle of 45 degrees. So this is the purpose of providing bracing, because there may be a chance of displacement of these putlocks. So bracings are provided at 45 degree to the horizontal and running from the face of the building to the full height of the upright at every 30 meter. So this is the construction of this single pole or independent scaffold. Now another type is tower scaffold. Tower scaffolds are freestanding structures used for work at height and used as alternatives for ladders. Means up to a certain height you can use ladders also, but an alternative to the ladders is available, and that is the tower scaffold. They are also called by the names of access towers or a scaffold tower. Here we have an advantage over the ladders basically. What is that? As these scaffolds can be used for work at heights which involves long duration and eliminates the risk of imbalance which the ladders are prone to. Because if a worker is working on a ladder, so there is a chance of imbalance also. And also a person or a worker cannot work for a longer time at a ladder. So these tower scaffolds provide this advantage that workers can now work for longer hours, and also there is no problem of the risk of imbalance. This is because unlike ladders, they are self-supporting and not leaning on to a wall or any other vertical support system. You see here the tower scaffold. They consist of work platforms which help in a wider range of movement for the employees or the workers which a ladder cannot provide. For example, a painter can stand on the top of the platform and can place the paint cans, brushes and other accessories next to him on the platform. Tower scaffolds can be mobile or immobile, and when mobile they have caster wheels attached to the bottom. Means if you attach caster wheels at the bottom, this becomes a mobile scaffold and you can move from one place to another place easily when the work is over at one place. You can move to another place and worker can work on this tower scaffold at the other place basically. Like for painting work or plastering work, this movement is quite often. This movement is needed basically from time to time. So this you can shift when at one place this work is over, you can shift this tower scaffold to the other place where the work is to be done. That is what. Then outrigger or cantilever scaffold. Outrigger scaffold shall mean a scaffold, the platform of which is supported by outriggers or thrust out projecting from the building, the inner ends of which are secured inside the building. Let us see. This is basically the cantilever scaffold. Here it is coming out of the building basically this way, and it is supported here by these members, inclined members and these vertical members. So but this is not getting support from the ground basically. So this is called as a cantilever scaffold. Then suspended scaffold. You might have seen that some workers cleaning some glasses of that high-rise buildings. So that is done through the suspended scaffold. That the platform is hanging on some ropes or the wires basically, and workers are working there, so that support system is capped on the top of the roof basically, from where this the platform is hanging through the ropes or the wires basically. So this is called as the suspended scaffold. As you can see here, this is the suspended scaffold. So this type is designed as a modular system for study and the repetitive uses, like cleaning of the glass of this some high-rise buildings basically. Then mobile scaffold, you see here the mobile scaffold, which consists of a movable and constructed to a light duty work basically. So this type of scaffold is used for that light works basically. This is having the caster wheels at the base, so because of this can be moved to other places. Then very simple scaffold is a trestle, or in Hindi generally we call it ghoda. This shall mean a self-supporting framework of timber or metal on which a working platform is laid. So this is the system of the trestle or ghoda. So over that you can lay the platform on which a worker can stand and work. Then jhula, that is the porcelain chair, this is also called. So jhula shall mean a seat to support a workman in a sitting position, supported by rope or slings attached to a suspension system. So here earlier we saw that suspension scaffold. So that was a, you can say, a bigger platform, but here a worker independently can work in this jhula, only a single worker. So this is the worker is you can say support platform is suspended through a wire or the rope, and a single worker is working either cleaning of glasses, or you can say plastering work. Sometimes plastering work is also done, or some removal of plaster, or whitewashing works are done through this jhula basically. Next is here codes basically. What are different codes related to the safety? So the important code, one of the important code is IS 3696 part 1, which is Indian Standard Safety Code for Scaffold and Ladders basically, and part 1 of this code deals with the scaffold. Then IS 2750, Indian Standard Specification for Steel Scaffolding. Then IS 40141, Code of Practice for Steel Tubular Scaffolding. Now the question rises, why scaffold safety is important? So we know that scaffolding are used to access the elevated parts of building which cannot be reached from the ground level. So working at elevated levels have the inherent risk of workers falling from the height, persons falling from the height, and resulting in death from the single largest cause of casualties in construction projects. And you will be surprised that over 60% of the construction related deaths are attributed to the falling from the heights. So that is why the scaffolds are important. Safety of scaffold is important. So I hope you must have enjoyed this discussion, and you will go through your course material that is provided to you, and will come with some queries and questions in the next lecture. So thank you.
In this session, we shall be talking about advertising literacy. I am Padmini Jain, Assistant Professor from the school, and we have with us Dr. Arul Selvan, who is an Associate Professor with School of Journalism. So, Dr. Arul Selvan will start with what is advertising literacy, why do we need advertising literacy, how is it related to media literacy, what is advertising in journal, All these so many questions that I